Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Govinda, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Hare Krishna, 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 good morning, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Bo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Ah, Krishna! Ah, Krishna! Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Radha Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. All right, Krishna. Beautiful Krishna. Beautiful Radha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lordess Radha, Radha Krishna, Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radha Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna. Gauranga Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Radha Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Radha Govinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. What a ride. Oh, Krishna. Oh. Oh. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna. Oh, that's a beautiful. These are all new ones. Krishna likes them, I can tell. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Too much concentration. Hare Krishna. Ah, you beautiful, ecstatic devotees out there. Look at you. Ah, yes. Happiness personified. The embodiment of loving bliss and ecstasy. Ah, Radha and Krishna. Shall we have a dance? Yes. Shall we dance? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, do si do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. The saints are pushing in, that's for sure. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woohoo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh, oh my God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Whoa, yeah, woo. Catch your breath on that one. This is so fun, man. Hope you're enjoying this too. It's so fun to make spiritual advancement. I didn't know it could be so effortless. I thought it had to be hard work, discipline, austerity, renunciation. Pious deeds, goody two-shoes stuff. Serve everybody and burn out. I had no idea it was like this. I didn't know what made Krishna really happy. I think you're ready for this. I think I need to convert some demons here. We need to attract some demons here. So I just feel in that mood. I think we need to give the mercy out to those who really need it, because the destination they've got is so good. So therefore, we have one song for them. You guys know what it is. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. This is dedicated to Bill Gates and Fauci, the king of the hypocrites. And Biden, our president. Sleepy Joe. There you go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I wanted to get another version. I had like this other one. Got some backing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mash them just like mashed potato. Hare Krishna, make them all white. Potato starch. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whoa, there you go, Billy Boy. This is for you, Mr. Fauci's. Yes, make you white as snow. All those people you've been injecting there. Just inject it right into them. All right. Hare Krishna. Starting to feel like a flute, you know, just being played. I feel do you like to be played, man? The whole world is playing everybody, you know. We're being played, but I like this kind of song, actually. I like being played by this. Okay. Hare, what's going on here? Hare Krishna. So why don't we read a little bit, huh? Let's have some fun with Krishna. Let's play with Krishna a little bit. Let's play with his verses. Let's play with the Bhagavatam a little bit here. Or should we play with... Yeah, okay, let's start here. Questions by the sages. Text number 2 again. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. Oops. There she is. Welcome. Nice to see you, Shima. Welcome to the Monster Mash here. We just have to scare away our critics. Give them something to criticize. Hey, look, glories and motor ignorance, man. Yeah. Completely rejecting all religious act. Oh, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you, Vasudev, for writing this wonderful book, and thank you, Shukadev, for speaking it, and thank you, Prabhupada, for writing it. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. I hate that word, materially motivated. It's disgusting, isn't it? Material motivation. Ugh. Disgusted. Completely rejecting all religious activity material. That means, You know, any religious activity that's materially motivated, isn't it disgusting? I remember I was in the, this is an example. I was in the ISKCON temple, and they had a door in the back. This was in Vrindavan. And not, this is not, I don't mean this criticism, but this is the example of materially motivated religion that could be in Vaishnavism. There was a door in the back, and they had a little peephole, when you look in to see if there's anything going on. And there was a guy looking who's coming in to worship the deity there. And the foreigners, they come in and look. And as soon as he saw a foreigner, he'd go open the door, come out with his little brahmachari thing, and and try to get money out of them. See, that's materially motivated religion. Just so people know that you need to know this, right? Otherwise, what's the point of reading this Bhagavad? See, people, they're the Vaishnavas are reading these verses and don't understand them. They're actually acting, or many in they're around associating with materially motivated persons. This is called religion. But this book is not like that. That's why we can take shelter of these verses. And it's enough to please Krishna. And you feel it. Just, yeah, man, this truth, man, that's real food. Right there, Shamaguri? It's food. What else do you need? Just to know the verses as they are. Of course, it's unpopular. You pop the bubble of these persons who think they know the Bhagavatam, but they're acting differently. They're in the little peepholes looking for the money. This book is not about that. And, okay, you're like the librarians for the books. That's why they end up getting changed and stuff, materially motivated. Okay? So this Bhagavatam's not like that. That's why these verses are full of life and juice and truth and light. This is light to know. Oh, really? I thought that's where you would get Krishna. No, no. You got to get Krishna as he is in the verses. People who are glorifying the Lord as he is. See, as he is, not as he isn't. See, this is, so you want to get over this speculation? You want to enter the realm of transcendental ras and taste these delectables? Krishna, mellows? That's how it is. That's what we're teaching here. How to relish Bhagavatam as it is. Yeah. I just read this verse yesterday. How do we get more? How are we extracting any more juice out of this verse? I don't know. It's like a miracle. We spent maybe an hour on it yesterday. This is really it, man. Just to chew these verses is the life, man. This is real life. Which is materially motivated, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. So chapter 1 of Adi Lila says you cannot taste transcendental mellows by speculation. See, you have to really get it as things are in these books. That's how the mellows start, because that's pleasing Krishna. Krishna's in our heart, and he says, oh, that's so nice. Oh, I like to hear the verses clean as a whistle. Clean, no, without the spots, without, putting materially motivated stuff on it, people. That's the professional Bhagavatam reciters. Materially motivated. No. Krishna don't like that. Oh, we got a new song. Okay. So, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. See, mellows. See, transcendental mellows. See, that's a real devotee or a guru. Okay? They're absorbed in transcendental mellows, therefore their heart is purified. See? No tasting these mellows, no chanting Hare Krishna in the ecstasy, no pure heart. no purified heart, and no understanding of the real Bhagavatam. Isn't it funny? How no wonder Prabhupada really, praised Jesus, because Bhagavatam and Jesus said the same thing. Always saying the devotee Bhagavan, Bhagavan. What did he say? He goes up on the hill and prays to the Lord, communes with God, right? See, that's a devotee. And then comes down and he had this realization. He said, blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. That's profound, man. You know how you see God? You pick up the Bhagavatam. There he is. And when your heart is pure, then you can see where God really is. That the book Bhagavat is the Lord and praising the Lord. This is called praising the Lord. The Lord is Bhagavatam personified in the book. Book Bhagavat is Bhagavan in the book. Okay? The pure in heart understand that Lord, and they love to proclaim that Lord in this world and give it light. Otherwise, there's no light. There's no light in ISKCON. No light in any group that doesn't have a purified heart by relishing mellows. They teach something else always teaching something else. Yeah. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. See, illusion is speculation. That's one kind of illusion. People need to know that. And reality are mellows. Spontaneous love, love of God, ecstatic devotion, transcendental mellows. It's all synonymous. It means the same thing. Okay? That's the highest truth, spontaneous love of God. Relishing the Hare Krishna mantra in ecstasy. It's that simple. What's so hard to understand? You find one devotee who is relishing the mellows of the name of God, and you found the door to Vrindavan. What is the difficulty? You associate with that devotee, it's like, hey, step right in, man. You met somebody who knows that one that nobody knows. Not even great sages know. Didn't they say he's the source of them? Yeah. Blessed are those, they shall see and feel God, Freddie says. That's it. That's how it is. First the feeling, then the seeing. When you can relish mellows, that's a feeling thing, you notice? Relishing, that means you're feeling, but not materially. It means your transcendental senses are opened, and you're feeling it with your transcendental body. See? Close to the Lord's body, even the verses. This is the Lord, man. Your bodies are communing, mixing. See? Like the flute and the flautist.
Can you please put the link once again on your timeline? Shamas asked me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Here it goes. There's the link. Yeah. So, I love this. I love this verse. It's so wonderful. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others, welfare of all. See, that's why, I love it. You don't see us against the demons, right? That's Bhagavatam. It's for everybody. You don't see, I'm not really against sannyasis. I'm not against gurus. I want to help them, but they got to have uncompromising truth. This is the only way to help them. That's why usually the devotees have troubles, because they preach uncompromising truth to liberate people. Can't toe party lines, can't say what the group wants you to say. You got to say the truth to set people free. That means it's welfare of all, even though people won't recognize it, even though sannyasis and these gurus think I'm criticizing them. No, I'm trying to liberate them from illusion. The highest truth is reality. That's spontaneous devotion. You should be preaching that now, because that is ordered by Prabhupada, your own gurus. And if you can't preach it, you got to go where it is so that we can preach real Krishna consciousness now and liberate the world from the hands of the demons and even the demigods. They all want the demigods, they still want the same old, same old. Oh, well, let's have it like it was. And the demons, no, let's change it and make everybody slaves, and we're the elites and we're going to enjoy. The demons always think like that. What are you going to do? It's not their fault. They can't help it. You're absorbed in the mode of passion and ignorance. It makes them act like that. Stupid, dumb, selfish. Yeah. And the demigods, well, we want to enjoy, we want everything like it was. We were good capitalists, and all that stuff. And then the Lord is behind it all, saying, well, actually, I like it better for everybody. I like it better for a better thing for the demons and the demigods. That's why, in the spiritual world, they're both demons and demigods there. Did you know that? Nobody knows these things, but it's in the books. It's in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. In Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, demons and demigods are there. Demons, too. You know why? Because any party that surrenders to the truth, the Lord, the real Lord, the transcendental Lord, will be exonerated from the obligation of birth and death and sin and atoning for sins and all that stuff. Because the Lord takes over. Just his very presence dissolves sins. It's gone, finished. Yeah. See, and so whoever will hear, Jesus even said this. Jesus said, I'll go to even sinners' places, sinners' houses, whoever will hear from me. Because he knew whoever would listen to his vibration of his voice and the truth that he spoke would be purified. And that's what proof was. The tax collector came who had orgies, and they were drinking and eating all kinds of things, weird things, and doing draconian. He was also like a dictator, draconian, like very motivated. But he liked Jesus, and he heard from Jesus and became a saint. Isn't that amazing? You don't have to be pious. You can be pious or an impious. All you have to do is hear from a real devotee, and you'll be exonerated. So if any of you little demons are listening who think your soul is finished because you've served Lucifer, hey man, you can come here and you'll be free. The Lord will forgive all of that. Don't worry, there is hope. Don't believe these guys. A lot of people like that. They think they've sold their soul to the devil. Even Bob Dylan said that. Sold my soul to you know who. And they think there's no way out. No, there is. So here's our proposal. You can come and marry the Lord, and he'll take care of everything. The true Lord, the one who lives forever. This Lucifer, he's promising that these guys can live forever in the AI, but it's a lie. See, he's always lying. It's all a lie. The mode of ignorance is always lying to you, deceiving you. And they think, oh, well, we're going to live. No, this way you live forever. Devotees live forever, man. I can't imagine not glorifying the Lord forever. Anybody who gets a taste for this, it's the greatest happiness because it's the truth. Why wouldn't you want to live in the truth? The eternal truth. And you can and then, this is how you get free. Then you see, well, yeah, eternal truth. Why not? Why not? Why do I want to live in temporary illusions? That cause me so much suffering and pain and misery. I've had enough. Been there, done that. Hey, you gotta live in an eternal truth, man. Eternally glorifying the Lord like everybody in the spiritual world. Isn't it nice? Every day, pull out the same verses even. And just glorify the truth, man. The world needs to hear this. This awakens a spiritual body of people. Dormant, they've been in ignorance. Didn't the link come on? Somebody else put the link. If you see the link, copy it and paste it, because maybe it doesn't appear when I put it on. Facebook is weird. So if anybody sees the link, I just put copy and paste it, because somebody else wanted to come on too. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like this. So the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. See, that's why ultimately you have to hear this kind of truth. It uproots our miseries. What causes, see, you got to go deep. What causes those miseries? It's called ignorance. We're acting ignorantly in this world because we have ignorant thinking, ignorant ideas and conceptions. It causes us to act in a way that causes misery. See? And this truth, when you hear it, that's why you got to hear it repetitively so it goes in. See? Repetitively hear it goes in, and all of a sudden you start acting like a devotee. See? And then the miseries go. Oh, I was acting like that. I didn't know. I was accepting that thinking, that conception. Oh, I thought, even up to the point of, that's why I have to speak real Guru Tattva, because people don't know it. You got to hear it. You got to hear, oh, I see. A non-liberated devotee can't liberate me. Isn't that ignorant thinking, to think a non-liberated devotee? I can go to a non-liberated devotee who doesn't have the symptoms of being a transcendentally situated person? The book, I didn't know, that all that information is in the book. Yeah, you got to hear it again, 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 till you get it. Then it uproots your miseries, because you go to these persons to be liberated, and it's offense against God. It's offense from God. The Lord says, I'm sorry, you're acting ignorantly. What can I do? You think you can go to these gurus who are not liberated souls and, oh, Guru Dev, give me mercy, but they got no mercy to give. They're not even awakened themselves. They also have to go to a liberated devotee who has the symptoms of being liberated and being used by the transcendental Lord, not the rural Lord. Oh, I'm a draconian master, man. I'll give you lots of rules and regulations, but I can't lift a transcendental finger to lift your burdens up. That's what Jesus said. You guys heap rules on people like draconians. More rules every year. All of a sudden you can't get initiation for 5 years. That's a rule. 5 years I gotta wait now. And still, the guy can't liberate you. They walk around humble pie and all that stuff. What good is humble pie? Well, this is the way a devotee's supposed to be, always humble. Yeah, always humble. They're not always humble. Prabhupada wasn't always humble. Bhaktisiddhanta wasn't always humble. Sometimes they acted humble. There was a spontaneous emotion. Yeah. Sometimes
low battery, please charge.
Oh, low battery.
Nobody knows about the symptoms. Nobody in the world knows about the symptoms of ecstatic love. What we have here in the Sangha, nobody knows it.
Nobody knows the
Everybody thinks I am mad, I'm crazy.
Yeah, they don't know it. That's why we're here to tell them. Oh, well, I think it's time for... Yeah, well, so we're here to teach the real thing now.
Thanks for using.
Yeah. You know why ISKCON makes you wait 5 years to get initiated?
Why?
To stop the cheap Indian devotees getting in and just making a show out of being devotees. So you have to prove yourself that you're sincerely wanting to follow ISKCON.
Oh yeah, so okay, so then the Westerners, they also have to wait because of the cheap Indians, right? Well, you Westerners have to lose because of that. Here we go. There's Shama. Yeah. All right, so let's see what else we can get out here. So anyway, the threefold miseries, this is so great, man. So if people, they listen here, they start to feel happier, see? And then so many changes. You go through transformation. You start to live on the spiritual energy, see? We're meant to live because we're spiritual beings. We're meant to live on the spiritual energy. You can't rise to that platform by speculation, by religion and religious leaders who are materially motivated. Non-liberated gurus. You can't rise to this getting your threefold miseries gone. You can't get above hypocrisy and the cheating thing and the lie. You can't, rise. That's why ultimately you have to meet chapter 1, Adi Lila, on the spiritual master. You have to meet one of those. And then in Vaishnavism, this is the process. And that's how you transcend. Otherwise, okay, people chanting, Hare Krishna, maybe you can get liberation. But, our line is so much more than that. It's really to bring people to Vrindavan so they can relish, an awakened spiritual body, not just liberation. So anyway, that's why I'm preaching is something more than just being liberated, which the holy name can do very easily. That's why people are chanting. Vaishnavas are chanting, and they feel good. A lot of them feeling good and liberated. But devotional mellows, this is Krishna Das Kaviraj said, the Lord gives liberation very easily. But this pure devotional service that is rarely attained, he keeps hidden. He keeps hidden, right? The devotees, and when they get the order, especially, reveal it. Then it's not hidden anymore, right? It's revelation coming out. That's the secret. Here is revelation. We're not keeping that hidden and just say, oh yeah, chant Hare Krishna, yeah, and you'll be liberated. You'll still be maybe against the form of the Lord, which is Satchidananda. And the proof is when a devotee is preaching, do you like the form of God or not? Do you like Ananda? Well, I don't know, man. That's kind of weird, Just give me liberation. I just want to be liberated, and be in this oneness thing. Yeah. Well, anyway, mellows is another level. And that's what the Lord keeps hidden until you hear from the real line, and you're ready to hear from the real line and not just speculate on all these concepts. Okay. See, again, you have to hear from an experienced devotee experiencing these things. Otherwise, nobody knows these things. All right. Let's see here. This beautiful Bhagavatam. It's a beautiful book, man. It's beautiful. Can you see its beauty? You know, when you're in love with someone, say you have a child, right? You want to talk about your child, right? The same thing. You know, when you're in love with God, you want to talk about the Lord. And what better thing to talk about is what's in Bhagavatam in these books. There's proof. You want to hold that child up and show the world the truth. The absolute truth. See, the truth. Absolute truth. Eternal truth, man. So, and then when people become attracted to that, beautiful Bhagavatam, beautiful baby Krishna, yeah, they become liberated forever. This beautiful Bhagavatam, man. It's beautiful. Black is beautiful. We love black, right? Black is beautiful. Black Krishna Vrindavan, man. Black is beautiful. A lot of black people think, hey, man, Jesus was black. Yeah. God is black. It even says Quran, God is blackish. It's true. This beautiful Bhagavatam compiled by the sage Vyasadeva in his maturity is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? That name, God realization. Wouldn't it, you know, a lot of people, you ask them, do you know who God is? Most people say, God? How can I know God? Well, it says in Bhagavatam, you can understand God, you know, this beautiful, through the beautiful Bhagavatam. A lot of people think they can't understand. Yeah, you know, you hear this Bhagavatam from a devotee who knows that Lord. He knows the beauty. He's into the beauty of God. It's transcendental. You can't be into this unless you really have this attachment, this feeling for the Lord. Yeah. And then just being around that devotee, you get the feeling awakened in you. And then all of a sudden now you know God. See, God is, he's in his book form. He's in his name form. See, it's that simple, man. When you're chanting the Lord's name, you know, and you're an attraction, spontaneous devotion awakens in your heart. It's just latent and it's just dormant. It needs to be woken up by those who are woke. You think these woke people can wake you up out there? They're an illusion, man. Big illusion. They're being jerked around by Maya. You know, we're being jerked around by Yoga Maya. It's a different experience. It's a Maserati experience. They're jerked around by illusion and ignorance. It's ignorant. I'm woke. You're woke. You're asleep, man. More asleep than anybody. You got to be woke this way. This is, see, the illusion's always imitating the truth. Devotees are wokes. You know, people want to be woke. You come here, we'll wake you up, man. We'll throw a lot of cold water on you, wake you up. You want to be woke? You come here, we'll woke you. We'll woke you, man. What is the need for any? Okay. When one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established in your heart. See? So that's how it is, isn't it? You got to hear. This culture of this knowledge. See, this this is real knowledge. Is reality distinguished from illusion? This culture, the Lord is established in the heart. See, the Lord is awakened in the heart, purified. See, all the channels are cleared so the Lord can show himself to you. Channels are usually blocked, man, blocked by ignorance. By bad association, unfavorable association. Sometimes even gurus, and they're in the way. We got to get rid of them. You notice? Sometimes got to move them away, get them out. Yeah. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam. So most people are not expert and thoughtful men. They can't relish Srimad Bhagavatam, but if you hear it from a devotee, you get like an honorary degree because they're relishing Srimad Bhagavatam. See? So, and then it's like a virus. Then you also start to, wow, this is really nice. I've been hearing these talks about from worldly people, and it hasn't excited me like this, hasn't purified me like this, hasn't given me such an experience like this. See, you kind of enter into that realm, and you're not even an expert and thoughtful person. Most people aren't. We're in the modes. Therefore, it emanated from the lips of Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Now, let's go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila. This is chapter 4, the confidential reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text number 19. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. Whatever transcendental mellow. This is why it's postgraduate, this book, huh? Postgraduate. You got to be in a transcendental mellow. And the Lord reciprocates. A lot of people say, don't you know God loves you? Don't you know that God loves you? Okay, yeah. But you see, transcendental mellows is more about our feelings for God awakening. See, and having this two-way relationship, not just it's all about God. It's all about the soul and God. It's all about you and the Lord. See? That's all it's the Lord's looking at you and you're looking at the Lord. Isn't it amazing? He can look at so many people. And we only can look at the Lord. He can look at so many. It's a miracle. It's enough for us. We need to look at the Lord so that we get this reciprocation, This is real knowledge. People don't know that. They have to have their soul awakened. This is this time now to awaken souls to their relationship with that transcendental Lord, so they can feel not only God's love, it's God's love, but you can feel your personal love for God. It's very wonderful. This is what you're seeing here. You're seeing Pearson's love for the Lord. You know, this is you. It's like you're seeing, like in this big ocean, you're seeing a person waving at you. Hey, hello there. You see you see my dance with God, basically. See my relationship with the Lord. Basically, we're waving over here. Hey, check my relationship out with the Lord. What do you think? Wow, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, you got yours too. You come here, you'll wake up to your personal relationship with God too. So it's all about, man. So after a while, we're all waving, at the world, a lot of hey, check this out, man. They said, oh, today we're going to go to River's class, man. See how her relationship is with the Lord. And Lalita Ganga, she's got hers, and Shamaguri and hers, and Karuna's, and see their relationship with God. Yeah, it's just about having fun, It's like dancing, It's like the rasa dance. You notice there is not just one devotee, there is a whole group of them dancing with the Lord. They're all individual, all beautiful. We got getting a rasa dance going on, a polka. Got to get some polka songs in our chanting, do the polka. And at the same time, we're poking everybody out there. They poke on Facebook. You got to poke? Well, we poking them too, poking them. Hey, doing the polka. In whatever way my devotee surrenders unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prita. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking me of his son, his friend, or beloved, regarding himself as great and considering me as equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, see? And so that's why, again, you have to see a devotee first. Then you say, oh, wow, see, that's Raganuga. Raganuga is you see a devotee in cherishing their relationship with the Lord, cherishing this. This is why, the Lord came to accept the path of ecstatic devotional service. That's in this chapter here. He came to accept it, and he accepted it. He saw, wow, he cherished the loving devotion of his guru. He said, well, look at my guru's relationship with the Lord. Oh, I would love that too. I want mine. I want mine also. Awakened. See, and the real guru can do that. They're the only ones who can do that. Is in their presence, because they are awoke. They're awoke. They can wake you. How can a person who's not even aware of their transcendental relationship with God wake you up? Give you any of that kind of mercy? That's real mercy, is to wake you up, to awaken your spiritual body. Isn't that real mercy? Isn't that the beginning of it? That's the beginning of your spiritual life. That's the activation of your spiritual life. The opinion, the words of the spiritual master activate your life. That's why they're your father and mother. New father and mother. That's your second birth is from them. Activates your spiritual life. But if you don't cherish their loving devotion and see, wow, I would also like this, then you're no candidate for Raganuga. You're not even interested. No, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in that. That's weird. That's too weird for me. That's strange, man. No, my guru never is acting like that. But their disciples, this is nowhere seen. I'm not interested. Oh, okay. Well, you don't cherish my relationship with the Lord? Well, how then you're not ready to be activated because you don't think it's of any consequence. Well, let me tell you, and that's why I speak a lot, man. I'm going to tell you, you're off, man. You're crazy. You're insane. This liberates people from the material universe, man. This frees you from the cycle of birth and death. And you don't want it. You don't want this loving relationship that you can get through real devotees who have real devotion? Come on, man. You're a little bit nuts. Yeah. That's why Lord Chaitanya came here. Came to awaken people's spiritual body. He showed that this is really real. This is really true. This is true love, is you see a devotee relating to the Lord in unique way, transcendentally. And that's why you see devotees have ecstatic emotions. The world needs to see this. The universe needs to see this. Demons need to see this. Demigods need to see this. This is reality. Otherwise, it's all unreal. The demons, demigods, they don't have any real feelings yet. They're only just material feelings that come and go and give them more material bodies. You finish with that? You want material bodies again and again and again? You got to have these awaken your spiritual feelings, man. It's wonderful. This is what we show here. That's why we have some nice prime examples now. In whatever way my devotees surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prita. See, so sometimes, everybody's a devotee, even in the world. You can look at this in the worldly perspective. You know? It's why whatever you do unto others, that's you're doing unto yourself. You know, you go and you're like a tyrant. Say you're like Bill Gates. I'm going to kill a bunch of people. See? Well, the Lord reciprocates. Okay. Well, Billy boy, you're going to have a big payback on this one. See? Because that's how you're treating. Oh, you're just a cattle. Well, the Lord's going to treat you like you'll be a cattle, literally, probably, your next life. Oh, you treat people like cattle? How about you be a cattle led to slaughter? See, he reciprocates accordingly. The Lord's saying, hey, come on, you got to know the law. See, he's ignorant. With all that money, he doesn't know. And the same thing, so many people, they're in ignorance. They don't know that the Lord is just reciprocating with them. Now, if you learn, then you can get out of that. Like, why would you want to, you're doing this unto your own self in that sense. The Lord is reciprocating with you. Oh, you treat me like a cattle? Like a non-person, like this? Well, I'll treat you like a non-person. You see, now, can you imagine on the liberated stage, we surrender to the Lord surrenders to us. Can you imagine that? This is whatever way, the devotees are surrendering to the transcendental Lord. Oh, these transcendental emotions, oh Lord, Radharani, oh yeah, these feelings are beautiful, wonderful, I surrender. Isn't that what it's about? That's why this ecstasy is in devotees, is because we're surrendering. The Lord is reciprocating. You're cherishing. Oh, these are beautiful feelings that devotees have. I cherish that. I would also like my spiritual body awakened. So you got to think if you want to transcend the illusion, how can you want to go to the spiritual world if you don't like those kinds of emotions. That's why the Lord sends his devotees here, so that we can warm up to this. So that we can see, I see, that's going on in spiritual world. What you see here, you're seeing what goes on in Vrindavan. And so what kind of Krishna consciousness are you doing if you're going to just stay, I'm just going to officially, do rules, regulate ceremonies, but I don't like the bhav of Vrindavan, even though that bhav is being manifested here. See, bhav is the feeling, the mood, the ecstasy, and also the knowledge about it. We speak about this stuff too. Convince people like, hey man, this is what's real. People need to know. Otherwise they think this is crazy. All right, what you're doing there in the Sangha. I'm saying no. I can logically and clearly explain and intelligently explain why this is the greatest thing in the world. You'll see me sometimes out of my mind in Krishna and sometimes in my right mind to convince you guys out there, just like St. Paul did. That's why the books are written all about, these are spiritual nectar devotion. This is this spiritual emotion. This is a mellow. This is what it is. Explaining. And then all you need is the experienced devotee relishing mellows, explaining it with their voice. So you really get it. This guy is not just a professor. He's an experiencer of this realm that very few people are experiencing. I can listen here. This person is a real PhD. Okay. What is this PhD on paper? And then you don't know what mellows are. And you juggle the words of the Bhagavatam. That's just a baby, inexperience. And people are going, Gurudev, deliver me. And they're not even absorbed in the mellows of devotion. They don't even know what it is. How can they deliver you? They're not even delivered themselves. These gurus need to hear this. Because otherwise they're not sincere. What good is it for following an insincere guru who doesn't know the real goal of Krishna consciousness? I'm every day preaching what is the real goal of Krishna consciousness. If these gurus don't get it, why pay them any mind? What good are they, actually? They're not telling you what Krishna consciousness really is about. Might as well hear what it's about. It's available now. Real Krishna consciousness is available now. Postgraduate Chaitanya Leela understanding is available. Why not go there? Why keep listening to people that don't even know what it is to be a transcendentally situated person? That's the real guru. I mean, God, all the books are saying that. Listen to a Sukadev Goswami, person who is liberated, transcendentally situated, empowered by Krishna. Why not listen to somebody like that when they're available? Why go on and listen to people that are not even awakened yet? Don't have the symptoms of the awakening. Why? It doesn't make sense to me. What is this about being offensive? I think I'm taking away the fences. You guys are fenced. You're in a box, man. Who's going to break you out of the box? Who's going to break these gurus out of their illusions? They can't break themselves, and their students can't break them out. Somebody from outside that's outside the box. These guys are all fenced in by illusions. And they say, I'm a fence. I'm offensive. No, I'm taking down the fences. Hey, let's take down the fences and expose the real Krishna, the real philosophy of Krishna consciousness, the real experience of being Krishna conscious. That's where I'm at. I like doing this stuff. I like taking down fences. They can squawk all they want. Oh, Gauri, so offensive to my guru. No, I'm trying to help your guru. You can't. You certainly can't help them. All you do is reinforce their illusions. What kind of disciple are you? You can't even help them. They can't help you. You're both blind, leading the blind. Didn't Jesus Christ say that? You don't think that applies now? Yes, it does. blind leading blind, blind guides. Everything Jesus said applies now. Okay? And when the real guru's here and they're talking and they're liberating people and giving the real spirit of devotion, you're going to hear this kind of preaching. Hey man, too many blind guides out there. Let's poke their eyes open now. Let's take their eyes are, they can't even see. Let's put a little slit in there of truth and open their eyes. It's time like that. Right, Shamaguri? Time to open their eyes, man. Wake them up! Shake them! Throw cold water, anything you can do. Freddie says, even on the material platform, you have the principle of reciprocating. Yeah. If you are good to me, I'm good to you. Yeah, exactly. Even on the material platform. If you're a bastard, man, and you're cheating people and lying to them, the Lord will reciprocate. Well, you think this Bill Gates, he's so friggin' intelligent that he can outsmart everybody and lie to them and cheat and deceive. They're all like, Fauci is terrible. These guys are, to be honest with you, they're scoundrels. That's the truth. They really are. Scoundrel, lying, cheating, killing, legal murderers. Legal. With this, all that, people, the real doctors say within 2 years, people are going to die. Within 2 years. The real doctors, they're all the ones that they censor, say, now these guys have been in virology, and they're saying after 2 years, you're dead from this. And that's their whole purpose. And if you're so stupid out there that you can't do your research and you believe in those guys, well, you're gone. Just how it is. I mean, there's no real death. I mean, you're just out of here, man. You believe in liars and cheaters and hypocrites. What is going to be the result? Right? I don't believe in liars and cheaters and hypocrites. The Lord shows me I can see them a mile away. I can see them in religion. I can see them in ISKCON. I can see them in Gaudiya Samiti. I can see them in Gaudiya Math. Why? Because the Lord shows me. Why? Because of ecstatic worship of the Lord. I'm here in this position to help people that want out of that. See? You got to have somebody who can see, whose eyes are open to help you, right? Because most people are blind. If you can't admit you're blind, then you're not ready for this teaching. Then Jesus taught the same thing. He said that. He said, you Pharisees think you can see, therefore your blindness won't be taken away because you think you can see. But this person at the well, he came to the person and said, listen, I've got nothing. I can't even put myself in the water. You're a real savior. You're a real guru, man. In other words, I believe in you. I'll listen to you. See, he admits his blindness. Therefore, he can be saved. These others, they can't because they can't admit. Deliverance was there because there was a deliverer there. Same thing now. Deliverance is here because the Lord is empowering deliverance with this preaching. We've proved it already. It's not like it's some kind of just professing. No. You listen to this word. You listen to these teachings. You stay and associate here. You're going to be a liberated soul. You're going to feel God's presence in your life. You're going to feel an intimate relationship with Krishna. These words are not untrue. They are real. They already have that result here. You got to have that kind of guru. If you're not that guru, step aside because that's here now. Make sense? If it doesn't make sense to you big PhDs out there, who the heck should follow you now? Why? You're blind. You can't see what's plainly evident. You're going to lead people in ditches and darkness. There's no time to beat around the bush anymore. You notice? People are dying. Devotees are dying. They're getting the wrong advice. So anyway, anybody who listens to this preaching and sees the depth of it, the clarity of it, the making sense of it, the logic of it, you'll be saved. If you come and associate with these great, kind-hearted devotees here, who are ready to help you. If you still want to listen to liars and hypocrites or non-liberated persons, what can be done? Just straight truth, man. Now, no time. The liars and hypocrites are out of everywhere, in the ISKCONs and everywhere, and they're at work. So we got to be at work with the truth to counteract it. Anybody take shelter of the truth will have a truthful result. We'll have what you hear here, what you see here. That's going to be you. That's going to be. You're going to see that that's what you'll have. All this other stuff doesn't bear spiritual fruit. It's all material fruits, and a mixed bag of it too. Okay. Devotional service rendered to me by the living beings revives their eternal life. My dear damsels of Raj, your affection for me is your good fortune, for it is the only means by which you have attained my favor. So now you can look at this at two levels. See, devotional service, you notice it doesn't say pure devotional service, does it? Let's look at the word for word here. Mai, to me, bhakti, devotional service. So in the verse, it doesn't say pure devotional service, which is good in a sense, because it gives us two levels to speak about. And you need to know these two levels. People don't make this distinction, you can't move on. There's two ways, two levels. One is devotional service in practice called Vaidhi Bhakti. Okay, and then there's pure devotional service. So what way do we want to look at this verse? Well, let's look at it both ways so that people can understand. So you need the highest truth distinguished from illusion. Okay, so you can do devotional service in practice, but it's not spiritual yet. It's devotional service in a mode of goodness, or a mode of passion, or mode of ignorance. Kapila taught that in Bhagavatam. You can do devotional service in ignorance, in passion, and in goodness. Oh, and there's another one. It's called pure devotional service. Do it in pure devotional service. That's the awakening that we deal with here. Okay? So pure devotional service on that level. Okay, now we'll look at the verse, look at things in terms of that, because devotional service in practice doesn't give the result that the gopis had in that verse. See, that is the only means for that Krishna to come to you, not mode of Krishna, goodness Krishna. No, the Vrindavan Krishna. See, that's what you need to get if you want to understand this level of the verse. Okay. So pure devotional service rendered to me by the living beings revives their eternal life. Do you want to feel that eternal life? Well, you got to be awakened. See, you feel that. Here, people, devotees come here, you're awakened to your loving service with the pure loving service, and you feel, my life is revived. You feel it, man, not just, well, the scriptures say I'm being revived. No. Oh boy, my life has changed. A revolution. Revolution. Would you like that kind of experience, or you want to go on? I have people in Raghunuga Sanghas. This one lady says, are you sure you're pleasing Prabhupada and Krishna? Oh, you've been 20 years with Narayan Raj and you don't know that? Whether you asking me such a question? See? Not engaged in pure, doesn't even, don't know how that shows up, but a lot of talk about it. But nobody knows. Nobody knows these things. See, but a devotee engaged in pure devotional service, an awakened devotee, it is unmistakable, like what the pleasure of the Lord is. See? So anyway, we're here to wake people up, wake up their dormant, loving propensity for Krishna's service, loving service, where it's unmistakable and you feel it. You want to feel it, or you want to go your whole Krishna conscious career saying, well, it says in the Vedas that I'm pleasing Krishna by doing Vaidhi Bhakti and following the rules and regulations in Varna. See, it says in the book, but you don't feel it. You're not awakened yet. You're doing devotional service in practice. You're practicing. And we got gurus practicing to be gurus, and we got disciples practicing to be real disciples. Okay? And when Krishna sees either party, either or, sincere, they'll find a real devotee in some lifetime. Anyway, that's all here. That to come to the level of the awakening of your dormant love of God is here. That gift is here, and it's here now, and it's being preached. It's being demonstrated and preached. You can come onto this platform if you can get what I'm saying here. Okay. Otherwise, go ahead, keep pleasing Krishna according to what it says in the Vedas and not feeling God awakened in your heart. If that's good enough, okay, fine. You got a lot of gurus out there blind like that still. They're all practicing to be Guru Devs. I see this all the time. These guys going, oh, Guru Dev, give me so much. It's just a big show. The Guru ain't liberated. They don't feel like this. There are no ecstatic emotions. It's a big show. Neophyte guru, neophyte disciples. They don't know what being woke means. You learn in one day what you haven't learned in your whole Krishna conscious career, either as a blind guru or a blind disciple. Okay. See? Highest truth. You want to hear real? Do you have the ability to withstand the truth? That's the question. Because I'm just preaching highest truth. That's an illusion, man. Isn't it? To have an unawoke guru, is that an illusion or what? To be a disciple, thinking you're going to get the mercy from a guru that is not awake, is that an illusion or what? If I don't speak about it, you'll never see this path. You'll die in that illusion as a guru, blind guru, and a blind disciple, unless somebody has the kahunas to speak about it and liberate you, if you have the good sense to take shelter of that preaching of the truth and set people free. Yeah. I know it's not very humble of me to speak like this, but it's the truth. So mother sometimes binds me as her son. She nourishes and protects me, thinking me utterly helpless. Mother sometimes binds me as her son. See, sometimes binds her as son. What does that mean? See? My mother, if you have that relationship with Krishna, you can bind Krishna binds me as her son. See, this is my son. She loves her. Everybody loves their son or daughter, right? Well, you have God as your son or daughter. Your love is what binds that Lord, and that's what convinces him to be bound. No love awakened. This is why you cannot bind the Lord in Vaidhi. You have to associate with devotees who have bound the Lord with spontaneous love of God in their relationship with the Lord. Otherwise, you're not free. You'll never bind the Lord. It's only you got to learn that from the devotee who's bound the Lord with their love. Hey, this is real Krishna consciousness. This is real ISKCON. Otherwise, it's a con. You want the real ISKCON? You got to have the real truth. You got to be with a real devotee that has a real awakened relationship with the Lord, and they're exhibiting in this world to deliver people who say, "Oh, I'm really cherishing that. Oh boy, can I have that too?" Yeah, of course. You come here. Of course, that's what we're all about. Awaken your relationship with God fast. Not many lifetimes. This lifetime. You ready? You ever had the ready for the little demons to be destroyed? It's an incidental thing we got to do. You want to read the verse? We act according to the verse, man. Lord has to do it. Kill little demons inside. Get rid of them. Send them out to the fault finders. See, right here. I'll just show you. It's right here. It says that. The killing, checks 14. Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? We just incidentally have to do this. Now, look. Now, the real reason, look at Lalita Ganga. She's into the real reason. Also, River, she's getting into the real reason of the Lord's incarnation. I had to go through this little transitory stage. Get rid of those little guys that mode of goodness burnouts, and all this the spitting poison. Spit it out till the kalya's out. And now the real business of relishing mellows is here. Hey, you guys can do more of that, man. I got to still kill these little whippersnappers that come along here, I got that word, a little Shiva word, man. Sachi's stunned.
I'm from yesterday's mode of goodness activities.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that, with the homeless. Help the homeless, man. And then she get burned out. And they pushed her right off her bicycle. That's what she gets. That's Krishna.
And the bicycle over.
Yeah. Krishna just was trying to teach you something. This is what you get for your efforts. Push you right off the bicycle. Don't worry. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. The hard way.
Let's see, Shama Sundari says, what did she say? So true. Sometimes I see discussions on bhakti groups or famous forums between devotees with 15 years experience. It seems to me like mental battle between sad, lonely beings. Nothing surprise that they know between each other and similar leaders. Nothing. Yeah, it's just children. You got to understand when the real father is here. That's all. If you're saying, I don't want to listen, okay, you're in rebellion. Well, go out there. There's a lot of false fathers out there. Go follow them for a while. They'll spank you and put the draconian stuff, all that. You come here, you set free. What's the big problem here? You don't like freedom? You don't like the freedom the disciples here? They do whatever they want. And what they want to do is not the Maya. Maybe a little bit, they could do a little bit that Krishna spanks them when they do. But they want to do devotional service. That's what they want. That's the whole point here, is to get more and more attracted to Krishna, because he's all attractive. We start to see that. We want to do that more, Kruna says, tapas yoga, yeah. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. All right. So all the universe, oops. Oh, wait. The Lord's desire to appear was born of two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God. And he wanted to propagate devotional service on the platform of spontaneous attraction. See, that's why Prabhupada was so happy when he appeared to me in 1996, because we were doing that. I was tasting these mellows and it's crying and all this, and the devotees were also getting it. And Prabhupada said, "This has my approval. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. Do more of that." You know, and then I noticed by doing this, and Sachi was around, a member at the time. People, right? It was great while everybody is getting that, and then all of a sudden, the devotees I saw, they start arguing and stuff coming out of them and all this. I said, "What? I thought it was up and up." And I thought, was this? No, that's the incidental activity. You have to clear that out. See, everybody here has been around long enough. You're going through the fire, man. This is going to be so inspiring for people, because they'll just realize, oh, I just go through a little of this, and this is the result. Is you're more into the tasting these mellows like the Lord was, and all that stuff is water under the bridge now. Yeah, go ahead.
You say just go through a little of this. I would say it's a lot of it, actually.
Yeah, well, it's individual. Some have to go through 20 years, and some maybe 1 or 2 years. So, but anyway, whatever it is, it's perfect because you're on the real path, man. You're on the
Well,
train.
if we've had many, many lifetimes, it's going to be a bit of it.
Yeah, well, some people have been working on this, other lifetimes. They come here and they clean off pretty quick. So it doesn't matter because you're on the train and you go at your own pace and your own ability. So, it's perfect. And you get inspired. They're here to inspire and encourage each other in that way. Yeah. So the two reasons. Okay, yeah. So, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous love. You see, isn't that amazing? So it wasn't like he's thinking, well, is everybody qualified or not? No. The main thing is the Lord's desire it's like he wanted to taste these mellows and he wanted to distribute those. And actually, it's natural. The more you taste these mellows in your heart, you want to share it with others. And that's part of when they call that ghost in a Nandi, that's real preaching. This is unusual preaching. This is not just blah, blah, blah. You're tasting these mellows and distributing them to others. Okay? And that's how it's done. That's why Prabhupada said, yeah, it has my approval. Do more of this. Yeah, let's help my disciples get to this understanding. Most Vaishnavas don't understand this purpose of Lord Chaitanya, because if you come here, you will understand that, and you will transcend the cycle of birth and death, because it's all about knowing the reason the Lord has come to this world. Doesn't it say, Bhagavad Gita, those who know the purpose of my descent in this world? See, so that's more relevant now because it's more clear why the Lord descends here. Ultimately is to teach this, to taste these mellows and to distribute them to others so that they can also taste these mellows like he does. And that's the highest enjoyment, is to serve Krishna like that. Highest happiness, the greatest service. The Lord came here, and we have the good privilege to teach this. This is why it's hard for the Vaishnavas to wrap their head around this. It's the deepest thing. Postgraduate, Shamaguri still listening. Good. If my beloved consort reproaches me in a sulky mood, that steals my mind from the reverent hymns of the Vedas. Taking these pure devotees with me, I shall descend and sport in various wonderful ways unknown even in Vaikuntha. I shall broadcast such pastimes by which I am amazed. Yeah, even I am amazed. So, and that's, you see, the Lord is in the heart, and he's amazed to see these pastimes. See, that's why those who are become attracted, it's you see their Lord in their heart is amazed, like, wow. See, now that's mercy, and you go forward towards those devotees. Anybody coming here knows what I'm talking about. Wow, this is amazing, because this is the Lord. You don't think the Lord is here? Are you kidding? That's the whole why this is going on, is because the Lord is here causing a transcendental pastime. The devotee is here and the Lord is here. Yeah. And therefore that's why we're making devotees, converting them, people that have the good fortune that where the Lord is attracting them, and they're like, wow, that's really amazing what you guys are doing. I've never seen anything like that. I'm interested. I'm in, or I want to be in. See? So that's the Lord in your heart. Even I'm amazed. Yeah, he's amazed in your heart. In everybody's heart, in his own heart, he's amazed by these. This is the nature of the Shuddha Bhakti potency. It's amazing. The whole thing is amazing. Spontaneous love of God is amazing. What do you think amazing grace is? That's spontaneous love of God, man. The guy was amazed. He's on a ship, and this amazing grace hit him, man. He said, my God, basically that's when you're amazed, is when you realize the truth. I'm a big guru with a big PhD, and I'm just a schmuck. See? Then the Lord can, oh, good, I can work with that. Amazing grace, I was lost, I'm found. I was a schmuck, and now I'm free. That's how it is, man. You realize you're just a fool. Yeah. That's it. By the influence of Yoga Maya, I will inspire the gopis with the sentiment that I am their paramour. See, that's how you know. You want to know a liberated soul, you see them loving God. If you're lucky that they show you. And your good luck, you come here, that's your good luck, because people are showing. You're seeing the act of Yoga Maya here, not Maha Maya. Yoga Maya. You're seeing devotees sporting with the holy name. The holy name is their paramour, because it's not different than Krishna, right? You see this kind of loving mellows. See, this is because Yoga Maya lives with us. Yeah, you didn't know that. Well, I might as well tell you, the birds and the bees, man. You don't understand after this? Go out there and play around in the illusion of Mahamaya. Yoga Maya is in force. She's our deity here. She's our worshipful. She's our everything here. We like to surrender to her, man. We like this. Yoga Maya. Not Mahamaya, Yoga Maya. That's why we can see Mahamaya. That's one of the perks you get. You're under the influence of Yoga Maya and the spiritual potency. You look over here and you're seeing Mahamaya at work. You think, yuck. Ooh. Those poor fools. Let us try to help them a little bit. Let us inspire them. Those who are ready, they'll look over here and they think, yeah, I think we'll go. I'd rather have this Yoga Maya thing. Much more. Here you're set free. You're free of the illusion, material illusion. You start to have happy thoughts, happy feelings, and they're permanent. Eternal life, freedom, all these great words, forgiveness, compassion, everything that in Kali Yuga diminishes starts to sprout in you. All of a sudden, real compassion sprout. All these things don't exist in Kali Yuga start to sprout in your own heart. Compassion, forgiveness. It doesn't exist in Kali Yuga. You think Bill Gates has any compassion or forgiveness? No. And people believe in him. They follow him to their death. He's only one example of this. We just talk about the topmost examples of these things. So we'll give that to you, topmost there, Fauci and Bill Gates, topmost example of hypocrisy.
Yeah, you get those qualities because there is less room for darkness. There is no room for darkness anymore. So automatically, those qualities.
Yoga Maya reveals the light. Now we welcome it more. See, that's why the darkness in us wants to hide sometimes. No, just more and more get the light. Then you live in the light. And then you're fine. Who needs the darkness, man? Get it. Let's let it out, man. Go. And just live in this light of truth. Realize, even these thoughts, I thought I had to be special to be liberated. This is what they think they have to be special. I have to be a special sannyasi. Otherwise, no. You don't have to be special. No, just live in the light, man. The light is here. We're living in the light, man. Living in Yoga Maya. She's great, man. She's a great personality. Very loving. That's why your devotees are very encouraging. Very purifying. Everything is here. Very inspiring. Very eternal. Yoga Maya lives forever. We live in her forever. She's the personal potency of the Lord, Very, wonderful. Amy Hawley says, the dark cannot exist there in the light. Where there is light. Exactly. And the whole thing is a lot of times we identify the dark with the darkness. So that's we think we're going to lose something. You're only going to lose. It's just the illusion that makes you think what is dark to be light and what is light to be dark. A lot of people are just lost in that. It's a habit. Anyway, when one is ready to be liberated, they'll get the kind of association which is here to get free of that. Especially if you're a Vaishnava. If you're a Vaishnava, you need a place like this to get free of this darkness. We're here to set people free, literally. And how do you know? Well, you start chanting the holy name in great ecstatic love, man. You surrender to the light, surrender to Yoga Maya, and everything dances. The name dances, you're dancing, Krishna's dancing, Radha's dancing. It's just a big party. You just, that's what I'm realizing, there's more surrender. You're my life and soul, man. Just, let's have the party, man. Party just goes on, man. Parties is chanting, man. Gives you great classes afterwards, real good, solid truth, man. Just smash the Maya like mashed potatoes. We do the monster mash, man. Just step on the grapes. We boil the potatoes and then mash them, that's the demons. They boil them up, man, and then just mash them down, and they become nice and white as, tasty. Put some nice butter on it. See, the influence of Yoga Maya will inspire the gopis with the sentiment that I am the Paramour. That's what you get. You're awakened your relationship with Krishna. You know, and that's it, man. That's what life is all about. This is the great treasure. The pearl of great price is to have your love for God awakened. See, awakened, it's a gift. It's a gift when it's here, when the devotees are here and empowered to deliver people by awakening their love for Krishna. That's here in our Sangha. You show anybody talking like this? Anybody showing like this? I don't think so. I think we're the only game in town. Just like when Jesus was here. You notice? He was the only game in town. They didn't go around and say, well, you can go get a spiritual master here and there, and this Pharisee's got it and everything. I haven't seen it. And if it's somewhere else, great, but I think this is probably the only game in town where you're going to get liberated. Because even these big gurus or supposed successors of Prabhupada were preaching many lifetimes. Here are people getting this lifetime. And you think that is the most exalted preaching? Well, this is this lifetime. What's logically? How greedy? You want to wait many lifetimes? You want this love of God and your personal relationship with the transcendental Lord awakened in this lifetime? What do you think? What is more logical? Where would you like to go? You want to wait more births and deaths and miseries and all that, or just end it now? You can do it now. This lifetime, be free. Sometimes look at Lalita Ganga, look at river, very quickly. It goes for anybody. You make massive progress here. Even Sachi, massive progress. Who knows how much in the mode of goodness she was drowning in.
I finally understood yesterday how someone could get beat up a little bit and just kind of smile about it, because I did a lot of preaching to this gal.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
And so I appreciated that. It kept me from feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you did what Jesus did.
But I also have to know my balance. How much, I don't know if I necessarily want to go looking for a beat up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Neither the gopis nor I shall notice this, for our minds will always be entranced with one another's beauty and qualities. I love this. This is so true, man. You just entrance with the Lord. Entranced by the Lord. And that's how you overcome the illusion. See, you become entranced by the transcendental Lord. See, and then you realize, just let me be in the Lord. And all of a sudden I forget about the false ego. See, the false ego is there because you got to identify. We're jiva. Jiva means fence. We're on the fence. We can identify with the spiritual or the material. See, the false ego is the material self, but it's a temporary thing. It's just like a shell. It's dead in the modes. False ego identification. So we're identifying that. We think we're the body and we're the material false ego. You think this is I'm the control. You start to think it goes. The demon thing is you think I'm like God. See, that's what they think. But a devotee is different. You're absorbed in the transcendental Lord and relishing that so much you overcome all of that bullshit. That stuff causes misery. This causes transcendental pleasure and ecstasy. Being entranced by the Lord, you realize, the Lord is the real self. We're all related to the Lord. This is where we're real family forever. All being entranced in the transcendental Lord. Now we're part of that family. That's this work here. or play here. Show you how wonderful it is to be absorbed in the transcendental Lord and his qualities. You forget about the false ego identification because that causes misery. You know, this identifying as a material product, even a material emotional, material emotion. Oh, I love my son and daughter, and oh, I love my money, and oh, I love my boats and and then you get happiness and distress and happiness, and it's so limited. You're unlimited bliss, man. Oh, man, I love my Lord. My Lord is so amazing. Look at these new quality every day, new news and new revelation. This is Lord, man. Always, he's a mine of treasure. Oh, more treasures coming out of his mine every day. Oh, just unlimited happiness always. This is why Lord Chaitanya came here. This is our preaching too. Come into this unlimited mine of treasure. What is this guy's prancing around the stage or putting on a big show for what, man? This is what it's all about, is relishing this treasure of Krishna himself. He's a mine, a treasure. These verses are mines. This is Krishna. It's a mine. Well, every day we go in this mine, we're this treasure. So wonderful. Pure attachment. See, this is, again, attachment in the world is not pure. Love in the world is not pure, is it? Not pure at all, but attachment to the Lord is so pure, so clean, squeaky clean. And it's nice to be clean. This is a devotee. Sometimes they don't take baths. They don't need to because they're taking a bath in the nectar. Really, this is nectar bath, man. Attachment to the Lord is clean, clear, pure. It's the only pure thing. That's why it's hard for devotees to come here. It's so clean, squeaky clean. And we're not used to that. We're used to being with gurus who they're non-liberated, man. They don't have transcendental quality. We're used to that. You guys are, what are you? It's just, I don't know. Is this good? Yeah, it's good. It's squeaky clean, man. It'll bring out first thing, it'll bring out all the darkness in you so you can relish being clean again. You ever seen a dirty person? They don't like to take a bath, even in the world. No, I don't want to take a bath, man. I like being like this. It smells good to me. And you're thinking, God, let me get away. This is spiritually too. A lot of people are dirty in the modes, man. They've been worshiping gurus who haven't been liberated yet. Poor guys, we're really smashing them good today, mashing them up. Yeah, we've been around non-liberated gurus. We don't know what it is to be clean. Well, anyway, that's our work. If somebody has a good sense, you're ready to get rid of that, get out of that. See, we'll clean you up and then we'll send you back to your gurus. And they'll think, whoa, look at this. They'll be surprised. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be entranced by God there, Freddie, right? Pure attachment will unite us even at the expense of moral and religious duties. Yeah, see, pure attachment, moral, religious duties. See, that's still impure. Morals to do with the body. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's progressive, but are you ready to progress past that? Religious duties, morals. See, because, what is the perfection of religious duties? Is to love God. That's the perfection. See, what is the morals? Well, the moral of this story of human life is to love the Lord, to have our spiritual love awaken for God. Just go right to the top. This is the cream. See, that's a whole, it's all about that. And then when you're got this pure attachment, only beautiful, transcendently virtuous things are going to manifest from things that you do in this world. You know, what you do in this world becomes a pastime because it's based on your love with the Lord. It's pure attachment, man. It does nothing but burn away the illusion. That's why it says, even a devotee, you just pass by them. A person who has realized their relationship, you've just passed by something that has scratched some of your dirt off. Literally, you got some cleansing just by passing them. That's how auspicious this is, to have our spiritual relationship awakened. That's why it's rare to see liberated souls like that in this world, because Maya is very strong and dirty, filthy, and just ready to just lavish her filth all over everybody and everything. Isn't it? It's just a dirty place, this Maya. She masquerades as cleanliness, and she's filthy. Being filthy rich is really wonderful. No, it's filthy. Because it causes a person, unless you're a liberated soul, you have lots of money, you become like Bill Gates. Or you sell out, all kinds you do filthy things, dirty things. You cheat humanity, you cheat people. This is what this world does. It makes monsters. That's what it's about. Especially in Kali Yuga, there's a lot of monsters. But the good news is, hey man, you monsters, we'll mash you. Come here, you'll become white potatoes. Anybody want to say anything? No. So I shall taste the essence of these rasas. Wait. Pure attachment will unite us at the expense of moral and religious duties. Dharma. Destiny will sometimes bring us together and sometimes separate us. See, that's what we see. Union and separation here. Destiny brings us together, and the destiny is the desire of the devotees. I want to meet you, Lord. And the Lord's thinking, I want to also meet you. See, destiny, and then coming back. This goes on forever, and always deepening our relationship with the Lord. It's transcendental, it's spiritual, and while the devotees are here, it blesses the whole world in their union and separations. Then the next wonderful verse. I shall taste the essence of all these rasas, and in this way I shall favor all the devotees. I shall taste the essence of these rasas. How did he do this? He'd take a verse and he'd relish it. He would be tasting the essence of these verses. See, this is how it's preached. If you can't do that, you cannot deliver people like this. You don't have the power or the order to do this before the world, or the ability to liberate others by tasting the essence of these rasas. See? And therefore you cannot favor the devotees. You cannot favor these devotees in these different groups like ISKCON, Gaudiya Smiti, and all that. Because that's how you favor them, is if they come and realize the whole point of Krishna consciousness and all my fastings and all my following rules and moral injunctions and all that stuff is to meet the devotee who's tasting the essence of these rasas and then being favored by that taste. which you all know what I'm talking about here, then you haven't understood why Lord Chaitanya descended to this world, or why Jesus descended to this world. You don't understand these confidential things, but you could if you come here and listen. So what is the result of his tasting, or my tasting, or your tasting now of the essence of these rasas? Because you favor the devotees. See? And then the next verse. Then, by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Raj, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love. See, hearing about the pure love. And that this is this preaching. Hearing about this love. Preaching about its glories. The glories of spontaneous devotion of Vrindavan. See? Now you're going to not worship the Lord according to rules, regulations, and moral mandates. You're going to worship the Lord on this path of spontaneous devotion. You're going to see, oh, wow, that's a stronger path. Oh, that makes more sense to me. Why shouldn't I go on this path? So how do I continue? How do I maintain this awakening now? Oh, you just continue to hear these nice sadhu sangha talks and start talking yourself. Get up there on Facebook Live and do some classes. Talk about these wonderful things and liberate others. You know, whether sometimes Bhagavad Gita, sometimes Bhagavatam, sometimes Chaitanya Lila, sometimes Radha Krishna Lila. Just all of it. Liberate people. And have a great time doing it. Isn't it fun, man? What is it, 2 hours and 30 minutes? And I started pretty kind of late today. It's just fun. You know? The highest profound things, people think you got to study, you got to do austerities, you got to renounce, you got to fast to make spiritual progress. We come here, we just party down. Have a good time with Krishna. This is the level of spontaneous devotion. You want to make spiritual progress like this? You want to find out about this rare path that nobody knows? ISKCON doesn't know it. It's all in their books, but they don't understand this. They're not one. The PhD doesn't understand this path. It's right there in the books. Don't see it. Well, we see it and we preach it. Therefore, it manifests because it's seen and it's preached in this world and is bona fide and authorized by the line, so it works. That's why I feel confident in this. I boldly preach it. You know, got the order from Prabhupada. You know, a blessing of Krishna came down himself, sits on his Kandamba tree, and tells my second disciple, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. See? That's why I see this over and over again. Whenever you feel ecstatic devotion, you're getting the darshan of the Lord. He's appearing in the seat of your heart. It's a different experience than anything, right, River? You know, it's not like anything else. It's very special, very unique. See, that's darshan. See, every day, many devotees getting darshan of the Lord. Don't think, well, I got to see him with my eyes. Well, wait a second here. You may or may not. The Lord may show you. But this is more important here. The washerman saw with did all these austerities that they're teaching in all these groups. Austerities. He did all of that. And what was the result? He saw Krishna. But no devotion was awakened in his heart. Therefore, he hated Krishna. Oh, I don't like you. Just like these devotees, a lot of them. Oh, go hard. I don't like you. And they're serving Krishna, doing austerities and all that. If you continue to follow that path and not understand this teaching, you'll be like the washerman. And then you'll see Krishna. When you see the devotee, you're seeing Krishna, man. Same thing. It's Satchitananda. What's the difference between the empowered version and the source of it? Same. Okay? That's why the goddess of fortune could not attain Vrindavan. She did it by austerities. Couldn't do it. All she needed was the association of a devotee, and then very easy. Okay? Feeling Krishna is more important. Because if you got the feeling, you pick up the book and say, ooh. You pick up the mantra, Hare Krishna, my Lord's here. If you don't feel Krishna, the book is there, you don't see him. You can be here physically, you don't see him. You see him in the book, you don't see him. But if you got the feeling, he's in the book. He's in the mantra, and if he happens to appear, or you're in one after 4,320,000,000 years, and you're around, and he appears, I love him. He's so beautiful. He's great, because you got it here. He ain't waiting for 4 billion years to manifest that form. He's manifesting it here for us and delivering us. Guaranteed, you pass from the body. That's who you're going to see, because love is awakened in your heart. This is the real path, man. If you don't come up to this standard, then you're not teaching the real path in Krishna consciousness. High class standard here, man. People thought, they said, we got a high class guru over here. He told us many lifetimes we'll get Krishna. High class is you give Krishna in this lifetime, I would say. What makes more sense? This is high class. If you can give Krishna in this lifetime, then you're up to the standard of Chaitanya Leela. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. You're of that stature and standard. Whoa, is this many lifetime thing? No. No. This is Chaitanya Leela is this lifetime. Like they did then. Like they did then, we do now. See? It's already, it's a fact here now. So Krishna manifests as then by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Vrindavan, Vraj, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love, abandoning all rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity, abandoning all, hey, you Vaitis out there, you want to do that? Or do you want to stay on that path? Here we abandon all. People say, go hard. You go to that Sangha. They don't follow any rules. Yeah, well, we're ruled by spontaneous love. So, yeah, we've abandoned all rules of the religiosity and the big ceremony. We don't need that. All I need is truth, man. I just love to open my mouth and take a verse, man, and chew it. Chew it well. So well that people's eyes pop open and ears pop open. Whoa, I never heard that before. Yeah, this is they don't need any rules, rituals, and big ceremonies and big fire sacrifices. No, we light your fire here. You come here, we'll light your fire. Come on, baby, we'll light your fire. Come on, baby, we'll light your fire. Whatever happened to that guy? Died in his bathtub with a bunch of candles. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Now, see all that hard work, all the rituals, you have to perform all these things, buy all these candles, build all these big temples, and then, get the pujaris going and, clothe them all. Just so much work. My God, this path, just for that, you don't need all the fluff, man. All it needs a camera, man. Camera. And just and just the Bhagavatam, or the mantra, get a nice karaoke machine going, and we're rolling. Who needs to be in the big temple? I didn't even want to go to that big temple, man, because I had to restrain myself. What good is a big temple if you got to restrain your feelings? That means I don't want to restrain Krishna. Krishna is this bhakti, man. Radha, she wants to express. What good is a big temple if you can't you can't let them out? Got to cage them up. I want to put Radha and Krishna in prison. Want to let them out now? Isn't it nice? Let them out. Free expression, man. They don't need any rituals, really. Let them out. Let them have free reign. Let them graze in this world. Graze on you, man. Lokananda, in one class here, you learn more than 28 years in ISKCON. 28 years in ISKCON, then I ran away about 12 years ago. Nice to hear sane words. Oh, good. I think he's a candidate for us preaching here. Yeah, 28 years. See, 28 years. People are doing it 28 years. I was there 5 years in ISKCON, and I'm here to help the devotees. This is not, don't see this anybody as criticism. This is my experience. I was there 5 years, like you were 28. Okay, in 5 years, I was like burnt out, because it was all about service. Serve, serve, serve. 12 hours a day selling paintings. That was my service. 12 hours, 7 days a week for 5 friggin' years. Can you imagine? Who can withstand 5 years, 12 hours a day, 7 days? Talk about austerity. Now, I did my austerity. I did my share. I made more money for ISKCON. The guru would say, I don't want to tell anybody, because they were into stealing devotees back then. They would steal. One guru would steal another one if they were good collectors. See, it's all about money. It's all about the money, Gaur Das was the biggest collector in the world, is when Tamal Krishna said about it. Nobody collects like him. No one. I won't even. And it gave me a charter in the year. At the end of the years, gave me here's your gift, man. A nice chada. Put on a little thing. Me. So after that, I was burnt. It was finished. And they were always saying, don't ever leave, because you're going to go into Maya. And Maya will get you hoochie goochie like the virus, man. They do the same bullshit, man. I was in fear, afraid, the hoochie goochie. But then I just couldn't do it anymore. I said, I can't do it, man. They were all trying to control everything I did, man. Yeah. Did you ask permission to do that? I just need to pass stool. Did you ask permission to do that? Stuff like that. I mean, maybe that's a little extreme, but it was like I was I can't say. I think I'm going to go to Maya. I think Maya would be better for me. It was the Vaidhi. I just never worked for me. I mean, I was instantly attracted to Krishna. I didn't need that, but anyway, I went through it for 5 years. And then it was like I took a tight pair of shoes off and I left. I felt so good. Like my heart says, oh, I've been trying to get. I felt so happy. Oh my God. That's a whole story in itself, how that evolved. But anyway, yeah. So I learned a few things. Anyway, people, sometimes you got to do that. You got to put on, like a tight pair of shoes. And then when you take them off, it feels okay. So anyway, that was never for me. Religion was never for me. I didn't really need it, but there was no other option. There was nobody like preaching like this. Could you, I would imagine if I were, God, somebody preaching like this, I would have been like, wow, man. You know what they say? You know, a lot of times people have been enslaved for so long. This is what doing now in the world. This happened in religion, I think, too. They've been enslaved for so long, they don't want to come out of prison, and they glorify their these tyrants.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. What do they call Stockholm syndrome?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. I think they have that in religion too. A lot of them, they just, glorify. Yeah, well, I've been a slave so long. Slavery is good. Slavery is wonderful. Well, anyway, we're here to set people free, or revive their bhakti back, real bhakti. Yeah, 5 years was enough for me. I couldn't take it any longer. So Krishna manifests as eternal human-like. Yeah. So I'll read the verse again because it's so good. Then by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Raj, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love, abandoning all religious rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity. See, and you see, if you look at that verse and you look at the Bhagavad Gita verse, then you can understand how to surrender to Krishna and what the purpose of the guru is. See, abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. I will give you protection. Didn't Krishna say that in Gita? And then you look at this verse, it shows you more of a hint how to do that. See, you have to hear from the devotee, who is tasting this relationship. And then you become attracted to these relationships of Vrindavan, ecstatic devotion. See, you become attractive, and then you hear and you realize, this is the path of prema. This is more purifying than, I don't need the rituals anymore. I abandon that. Because a lot of people doing the rituals, they have all these motives. I don't want to associate intimately with those persons. I'll help them. I'll help them understand prema path, prema bhakti, how to awaken how this is stronger. But I don't want to intimately. So I'm not here to have that added to me. I've been there, done that. We're here to add now. Yeah, you want to be free? You want real freedom? You want to not have to do the hard work of all these rituals, even deity worship and all the timings you got to do and all that stuff. Yeah, well, hey, man, it's just time to worship the Lord. That's the time is, I think I feel like I want to meet the Lord, man. Sadhu Sangha time, turn the camera on, chant Hare Krishna, right? Isn't that bottom line? Time to meet Krishna. There we go. I don't have to go and build a huge temple and employ pujaris, collect lots of money to keep that temple going. No, just open the book and do the worship. Who interested? Who likes sadhu sangha? Who likes to hear these topics of truth? Who likes to, who is attracted to that? Because whoever is, naturally, I don't have to follow fasts and rituals and everything. I'll follow a fast if it helps, is good for my health. Usually is for physical health, it's good to fast. I like it. Once a day eating is really good for me. Sometimes 30 days is good. It's just good for the health. Nothing wrong with that. But spiritually, it can actually help that. But it's just a support. But I can eat 3 meals a day and chant Hare Krishna and be in ecstasy and really please. That's what really pleases Krishna. The Lord, that's his food, man. He's in our hearts, and he's like our child, right? We got to feed him. That's why, hey, man, you meet a real devotee. They're gopis, really. I mean, the real, in our line, usually a gopi. They're feeding Krishna. I got to feed my Lord, man. He's dependent. Isn't he dependent? He's in the heart, man. He's got to be fed. Otherwise, you start crying. You start breaking things. Start becoming offensive. You'll see, you stop feeding them, you'll start to be mean, you start to do little tyrant, you'll become like a little, what do you call these, mischief, you'll start to be a mischief monger, you just do all kinds of stuff when you're not feeding him enough. He gets very angry. You start to get angry. I think I didn't feed him enough yesterday, and I snapped at the guy, the clerk. He told me to do something. And I said, I'm not your child. Don't treat me like your child. Real true story. Don't treat me like a child. The whole store, listen. What is this guy? Told me what to do. I didn't like it. Stand over there. Say, I'm not your child. I'm older than you. Snapped at somebody else. I forgot who it was. That's all because I didn't feed him at the right timings, Yeah. So Krishna manifests his eternal human-like form and performs his pastimes to show mercy to the devotees. See, so he did that. He showed it to show mercy to the devotees, his human-like form. That's why, again, you want to be delivered, you have to meet a bona fide spiritual master who is the Lord empowers that person. He said, well, this is me in that form. He does what I do. See? And therefore you're delivered like that. Otherwise, you don't recognize a bona fide spiritual master empowered to deliver you by doing what is shown right there in Chaitanya Leela. You're not delivered, man. You didn't understand why the Lord descends, because that devotee will teach you, and only they can teach you why Lord Chaitanya descended. I've seen it, man. Nobody knows unless you are relishing mellows like the Lord did. Unless you can chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy and the tears are pouring and and all these other symptoms you see in a real devotee are happening, you're not delivered until you get that kind of association. You're not delivered to Vrindavan. If you want to be delivered to the liberation realm, fine. But if you want Vrindavan, you got to meet that devotee and follow the process. Simple. See, Krishna manifests his human-like form. That's why, again, in the you notice in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, do not consider the spiritual master an ordinary person. Yeah, because it's they appear to be, but there's something more in them. The Lord is living inside them. The living God is living inside them. And that makes them a little bit different. And otherwise, if you treat them actually ultimately like an ordinary person, then that's where the problems are, because people don't treat ordinary persons very well. Why would you? They're ordinary. You think Bill Gates treats ordinary persons well? Give them that. Just shoot them up, man. Just shoot it right in their veins. That's how he treats people, like ordinary. Yeah, they're just ordinary, Yeah, we're good cattle. Yeah. So, having heard such pastimes, one should engage in service to him. And so that's what it's about here. That's why, we have our regular Sadhu Sangha programs. Take advantage while it's here. Who knows how long? Who knows how long we'll have internet? Who knows how long devotees will be alive? take advantage. Engage in service, get up there, do classes, get up there while you can. Well, you think this is always going to be? That's an illusion, man. Right now it's happening. Be in the now. Get it, do stuff while you can. See? And then you'll see the more you notice, the more I come, the more advancement I make. I feel it, I feel, whoa, but deepen my relationship with the Lord. It's wonderful. So yeah, come in here. See, that's when you're going steady with Krishna. You're steady. Yeah, hey, otherwise you're just a bluffer, man. What is this going steady with Krishna? And you're not steady. Yeah, going steady with Krishna is, steadily with him, with the Lord, engaging in pure devotional service, hearing the pastimes, chanting the Lord's names. Like that's good for all of us. Need to remind ourselves. I have to remind myself too. So here is the use of the verb bhave, which is the imperative mood, tells us this certainly must be done. Non-compliance would be an abandonment of duty. So it's our duty in that sense. There's not a lot of duties, is there, other than to make Krishna happy? So that's really the simple thing, man. Just why abandon? The only duty we have is to feed the Lord, and that makes us happy anyway, too. So it makes him happy and makes us happy. See? So we continue to do that. And on that, we will end our discourse here, our wild discourse. Very wild, very raw. It's like raw honey. A lot of things inside. Yeah. So what do you guys want to say?
It was well next to Guru Maharaj. Nice class. Wild class.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks to be a
It's
part.
really clear. Sorry, Lolita. It was really clear. Practically every single word was what
Really?
you were saying was really clear. Yeah. And it's true. You just got to be who you are, wherever you're at. You got to be real. It makes everything clean. It makes it a clean path. So to be real, no matter what's happening, be real and to admit things. I think it's the greatest thing because it lets it go in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been great to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I'm just having it's like dancing, man. I don't know,
It's
what it's
so
about.
attractive. It's so attractive. What you talk about and what you say. And you're living it and breathing it and giving it and sharing it. It's just so alive and it's amazing. Yeah.
Well,
I want to be like you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to be you, but I aspire to you and the devotees, who were close to Krishna. Yeah.
Well, you want to be yourself, man. This is what it's about. I'm just being myself, and as we get into that, you just I'm also surrendering to it more. It's sometimes there's a thing wants to restrain, and the more just kind of letting go, just be a fool for Krishna, just let it out, and people appreciate that, and that's inspires people. Oh, I can be more myself. That's what the Lord wants. We want it and he wants it, and that's the reciprocation. This is the self-realization. Is to play with Krishna. It's just like it says, that become a whatever you are, a cowherd boy, cowherd girlfriend, mother, father, whatever, intimate servant, and enjoy serving Krishna. Because he's enjoying it, you enjoy it too. We're like little enjoyers in that way. People, they don't know what, a lot of Vaishnavas don't know what real Krishna consciousness. They think, oh, you're enjoying Krishna. That's not good. That's an illusion, man. No, if you're enjoying transcendental Krishna, that's what it's that, because now you know that's the enjoyment of the Lord, and then you partake of that. You reflect that to the world. People, that's why they think I'm a materialist, because they say, look, you're enjoying Krishna. This is wrong. No, that's an illusion. No, Krishna is enjoying here. Therefore, I'm enjoying because he's enjoying. You know, that's how it works.
Then why do they give Mahaprasadam to people if you can't enjoy him? Then it can. They look, this is Mahaprasadam. What we're enjoying here is Mahaprasadam.
This is Mahaprasadam. Yeah. So that's it's simultaneous. Anyway, these are the things you learn here. We're here to teach these kind of things. Okay. I think my internet is going. I have to charge up my battery here. Okay, so Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Good. Nice to
Time for a little separation.